Stormywriter here again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read a little brief extract from Bloodbound. And this is from, as you know, from the diary. And this is now the 15th of October. When I phoned the next day, Claude answered in tears. I could not get much sense out of Claude, so I rushed round. What I was faced with shocked me to the core. The house was a mess. It was as if a tornado had been through that place. Furniture was upside down, pictures were on the floor amongst a sea of CD cases. Food was thrown all over the place, and in some places there were scorch marks. It was as if the Swedish chef from the Muppets had had some sort of flamethrower. The bedroom was covered in feathers and torn clothes, and the smell from the bathroom alone was enough to make me think about investigating any further. Claude himself had not been untouched by this whirlwind of violence. 2 black eyes and bruising around his neck indicated that he had been as much a part of this as the material things were. I did not need to ask, but I did. Brian? The fresh burst of tears confirmed it more than words did. I held Claude and thought about the role reversal since that first kill. I was growing stronger and stronger. But was this because of the few people in my life were getting weaker? I did not really have time to think about it in that moment. I detangled myself from Claude, got some black bin bags and rubber gloves and started sorting through the mess. After about an hour, Claude got himself together enough to start helping me as well. But nearly a whole day went by before the place looked livable again. But it was still not the perfect place that it had been before. And by this time there was still no sign of Brian either. I finally got Claude to open about what had happened, though Claude could not go into the whys too much, not sure what had set him off. But it seemed some point last night Brian started throwing things about, like a switch had been flipped. Claude had tried to stop the destruction, but Brian hit him and then tried to strangle him. Thankfully, Claude could overpower him before he did any permanent damage. Brian continued this destruction of their home and Claude retreated to the garden. Claude somehow managed to fall asleep, and he woke about 40 minutes before I rang, cold, stiff, alone, and devastated once he saw the state of the house. He was glad that I called when I did, because he did not know what he was going to do next. However, I was not completely surprised to hear him say that when Brian came home, he would act as if nothing had happened. At this point, I was nodding off a little, and Claude was slowing down as well, so we decided to call it a day. Anyway, Brian went AWOL for nearly a week. Claude was so worried when he didn't come home that first night. It took me a few more days to get concerned, and when he did return, it was as if nothing had happened, and he just popped down the shop to get a pint of milk, not gone missing for nearly a week after destroying his home and nearly killing his husband. In fact, if you suggested to him that he'd gone mad and trashed the place, he'd laughed as if it was some sort of gag we were playing on him. Yet things were different with Brian, as Claude described it, the invasion of the body snatchers. Brian was there, laughing, joking, being Brian, and yet there was something decidedly un-Brian about him. I did not notice it myself, but then I did not know Brian as well as Claude did. Another reminder of how much I'd missed in my childhood. So, a glimpse into the changing relationships between Pandora, Brian and Claude. As usual, I look forward to your comments below. Thank you.